we have got Dom, who is our chief instructor here at Dorset Marine Training, and I've asked him to do a little video to explain all about the VHF radio course and what to expect from it. So why would somebody want to do a VHF radio course, Dom?
It's a question we get asked quite a lot. I guess the first thing is it is actually a legal requirement. If you have a VHF radio of any sort on the boat with you, then you should have a licence for yourself as an operator to use it, and also the vessel should be licensed too. I guess it makes our boating safer. We are safe in the knowledge that if something goes wrong, we've got facilities such as a red button on the back of many radios that allow us to simply push that and call for help, summon assistance when things are going wrong. Even if it's a minor problem, we're still able to call for the Coast Guard. I guess on a more day-to-day basis, when things aren't going wrong, it allows us to talk to the mariners, and we can book a berth just to stop for lunch somewhere if we want to visit somewhere new and explore the town. It also allows us to find out a little bit more about the local harbours. So if we're going into a new place, we can tune into the channels relevant to that harbour and find out what's happening with local ferry movements, big boats, things that might all otherwise cause us a little bit of strife. We can get advance notice of that. And if we're out with other people, if we're out with friends and they're on their boats, then having a radio on each boat allows you to communicate with those people, arrange what time you're going to meet, make sure they're all right, and update them with any changes in what you're doing. And although we try and discourage unnecessary communication, we want to get people really used to using the radios on their boat so they become more familiar with it. If you're somebody who races, I guess, then when you're ready to race on your sailing boat out in the harbour, being able to listen to the Sailing Club race channel allows you to know when your race is going to start and know of any changes, so you're not the only person left out there wondering why everyone else has gone home. And finally, safety information is broadcast on the radio on a reasonably regular basis. So if we've got an understanding of how to use that and which channels to listen to, then we can monitor that and get early warning of any navigational problems in the areas we're going to, possibly even any severe weather systems that are going to come in and affect us. So a whole load of things, really.
And who would visit us for a course? What sort of people come on the course?
Well, we get a lot of people who've bought boats and the radio systems are on board and they really don't know how to use them. So as well as actually learning the aspects of using the radio, we can actually sort of teach them some of the ins and outs, the technical aspects of their particular radio. You could have people who've got powerboats, people who've got sailing boats, maybe even kayakers, people who are using stand-up paddleboards, which are becoming a much more popular form of watercraft. And this is actually a training radio, which is why it's got a cable attached to it, but a small handheld radio that now includes the ability to call for help with the red button is something that would be really useful for those sorts of craft.
And is it just skippers, or are we seeing crew coming on these courses as well now?
Potentially anybody on the boat. The more people know about the radio, the better equipped they are. The situation may arise where you've got a family and one or two people have the licence, and it does allow other family members to operate the equipment under their supervision. The more knowledge you've got, the easier it is to do.
So it's fair to say that somebody doesn't need to know a vast amount about sailing in order to actually come on the course, whether it's sailing or whether it's powerboating. Crew are just as welcome to come and learn about the radio, is that right?
Yeah, for sure, anybody. There's no requirement to have any technical knowledge or any pre-existing radio knowledge or even understand how the boat works. That we cover everything, literally from sort of ground zero to being able to competently use a radio during the day.
And what should somebody coming on the course actually expect? What are their options for taking the course?
We can do it as a classroom course, we can do it as an online course. I guess their expectations really are to have an enjoyable, knowledgeable day. They're going to leave with, hopefully, a smile on their face and a radio licence certificate that shows that they're competent enough to use that equipment.
And how many people are generally on the course with them?
Well, we're allowed to teach up to 12 people in a course, but what we tend to do is try and keep that down to about 4 or 5 people. We found that the smaller courses allow us to give people a more hands-on personal experience, and they get a lot more practice time during the day.
So if somebody wants to book on a course, what do they need to do?
Well, the easiest thing is to either give us a ring or head to our website www.dorsetmarinetraining.co.uk, find a course date that suits you, and you can book online. We'll then send you the booking information and finalise it from there.
Thank you, Dom.